2 days ago, in an unprecedented move, police in the north of France revealed that they are convinced that a murder has taken place, but they don't know who the victim is or where the body lies. This is Crime Dog.
Roll the intro.
In highly unusual circumstances, the Rouen police gave the public information on a woman they believe was knocked over by a car before being buried somewhere by the driver in Normandy in the northwest of France. They launched an appeal for witnesses in an attempt to gather enough information to nail the man they have imprisoned for the murder since June. The inquiry into this mysterious case began when a woman showed up at a police station in Dieppe, stating that her ex-partner had told her they had killed a cyclist while driving his black Audi A4 drunk a few weeks earlier. According to her statement, he called her just after the incident and confessed to the crime on the 9th of March, before changing his story an hour later to claim he'd merely run into her but she hadn't been injured. Following the accident, the Polish carpenter living in France was seen by a friend washing his windscreen, which was busted up and covered in red stains. A few days later, the friend asked him to explain himself, and he apparently confessed to the murder. He even offered to take her to where he dumped the body, but he couldn't remember where it was. According to her statement, while intoxicated, he ran over the woman, a woman somewhere between the ages of 40 and 60, while she was walking next to her bike at the side of the road. Following the impact, the victim appeared to be deceased, so he put her in the boot of the car with the bike before dumping her body on a bank further down the road. He then returned home to grab a spade that he was going to use to bury her and the bike. Trouble is, when he returned to the scene, the woman was still alive. Now, you would think it wouldn't be too late to make amends for what you'd done. Instead, he struck her multiple times with the spade and then proceeded to bury the evidence. Investigators attempted to analyze the suspect's car, but surprise, surprise, he reported it stolen and it was found later burnt to a crisp. He was arrested on June the 21st, and he comes out with two different versions of events. Firstly, he claimed the whole thing was some kind of sick joke to win back his ex-partner, saying that he broke his own windscreen and sprayed chicken blood all over it. He then changes his story and admits hitting her, but says she walked away from the scene uninjured. He also then confessed to setting his own car on fire, but he wouldn't say why. After that, the guy goes silent. Following this interrogation, the suspect, aged 46, was charged with murder, concealing a corpse, and destruction of evidence. He is currently sat in prison, however, without a body or an ID for the victim. The inquiry is at a standstill. There are no missing persons files that match the description, and the suspect either won't or can't tell police where the body is. This is why they chose to make the case public 2 days ago and ask for witnesses. There is precedent for a suspect to be convicted of a murder with no corpse, but the prosecution will have a tough time proving it. Their hope is that someone else will come forward with information that will lead them to the body. The fact that he allegedly buried her while being under the influence suggests she shouldn't be particularly hard to find, especially as he had to bury the bike as well. I will of course keep you updated if there are any developments in this case. Who is this mystery woman, and why has no one reported her missing? There are reports she may be homeless, which may explain why no one has come forward. If you haven't done so already, folks, please subscribe to our channel. It's a good way of letting us know if we're on the right track. You can also support us on Patreon now, where we publish exclusive content. And if you enjoyed this video, check out this equally mysterious case about a doctor, a boat, and a family lost at sea. Until next time, look after yourselves, my fellow crime dogs. Au revoir.